Good noon, everyone. To our media friends, could you please come in? We are about to start the press briefing of the Honorable Mayor Jed Patrick Mabilog. And as a reminder, I just would like to remind everyone that questions will be exclusively for APEC event that is being held today in Iloilo City. And the mayor will give his opening remarks, and then it will be followed by question and answer. And while doing the questions, please, if you would, state your name and your news organization. Thank you, and we are about to
You
start.
have to introduce yourself.
I'm sorry, I'm J.R. Delphine. I will be acting as the moderator for this press briefing. Mayor, would you give the honor to have the remarks?
Good noon to each and everyone. Welcome to Iloilo City, the City of Love. This year's host of the ministerial meetings for APEC, especially on SMEs, disaster preparedness, as well as finance and the food security in the latter part of this month. And of course, the artisan fair of the trade and industry. We have prepared for APEC since 2 years ago when we first made our pitching at the AIM, or Asian Institute of Management. And from then on, we were informed last year that Iloilo City is going to host these ministerial meetings, of which we are very honored. Our icon, or the Iloilo Convention Center, was inaugurated last week, just in time for this hosting of these ministerial meetings. We hope that Iloilo as venue would provide great opportunity for the ministers to discuss, as well as to arrive with policy statements that would later on be adopted by the leaders, and at the same time could be adopted as a policy in the whole, that would be applied in the whole Asia Pacific region.
The mayor is ready for your questions. Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I'm Mads Miraflor of Manila Bulletin. I understand that the Iloilo is expecting economic benefits from hosting APEC meetings. I just want to know what are the immediate economic benefits that the province is experiencing already from hosting APEC events.
Well, first and foremost, the population of Iloilo City is close to 500,000, and our goal is to have at least 3 million visitors by year 2020. And we all also know that for every 6 tourists that come to a certain locality, it provides 1 job. So with 3 million visitors, that would make us in Iloilo the unemployment rate 0. But that is still in 2020. But this is a good start for Iloilo's vision for unemployment, and at the same time to increase the purchasing power, because of course when there are visitors, retail costs would be, retail prices, things would be, there will be a lot of, would be good, and there will be some shopping that is going to be done, and as a result, the local economies, there's a boost in the local economy, which is happening right now because with Iloilo's hosting of APEC, we have about more or less additional 3 to 5,000 people now in Iloilo City participating in the APEC.
Right. Just a follow up. I just want to know what are the significant investments that the local government of Iloilo has done for the preparation of for APEC meetings, and do you think this investment do you think the economic benefits that you mentioned earlier can offset the investment that you made for the meetings? Thank you.
As far as the local government is concerned, we have allocated about 5 million pesos for the hosting of event of APEC, which would include the couple of dinners that the local LGU of Iloilo is going to host, plus the performances that is going to be performed. Of course, we expect a ROI because of, again, this would, as the ministers, as the participants and delegates of APEC come in, if they have a good and pleasant experience, what they can do is they can share this with their friends, with their families, and even with their colleagues, and later on, they can bring them here because studies would show that if a delegate would come to a certain area or a certain locality and would have a nice experience, the tendency is they will go back on their own private time. Of course, the big investments come from the national government, especially from the Office of the President, Senate President Frank Drilon, TIESA, in building the Icon Center or the Iloilo Convention Center. Yes, there definitely it would boost up the local economy even after APEC because although the convention center is now fully booked until October 6, but after October 6, TIESA has already reported to us that it has already reservations of about 30 conventions that has already made reservations until the end of the year. So just imagine how many people are going to come and participate, and this could add again on the number of visitors that come and visit Iloilo. Thank you.
Some more questions?
Good noon, Mayor. I'm James Cabag from the Philippine Information Agency. With the hosting of the city of APEC 2015, especially with those three major meetings, certainly, Mayor, this will build the reputation or add to the reputation of the city as being capable to host other big-ticket conventions. So aside from the hosting of subsequent conventions at the Icon Center, will this also mean that other areas in the city will now also be able to, attract conventions, Mayor?
That is correct, because part of the plan on putting up a convention center in Iloilo is to make Iloilo attractive as a MICE destination, meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibits. As what I've said earlier, there are already 30 other conventions that have already reserved for Iloilo starting October 6 at the end of the APEC up to the end of the year. So not only that, but it could have a domino effect with other industries as well, because right now hotels are being built here. We just had two big hotels, international character. Richmond Hotel and Seda Hotel has already located in Iloilo. We see the expansion of the businesses of the Ayalas, the Gaisanos, the Gokongways, the Double Dragon, as well as the expansion of SM, and of course Richmond, Mega World, including Philinvest. So they would be building more of their condominiums, residential houses, residential places, as well as business enterprises like retail shops. This could also attend to the needs of the visitors, aside from the locals, of course, that would be visiting Iloilo. In this way, Iloilo, being strategically located in the Philippines, being the heart of the Philippines, has in the middle of the Philippines, the flying time is only about an hour from Manila, an hour as well from Davao, and about 20 to 25 minutes to Cebu. So being strategically located, it could really be a good center for conventions. And of course, its strategic location, which is proximal to the island of Guimaras, which boasts also of their beaches, and as well as a 4 to 5 hour drive going to Boracay via the central route. No? So again, with this, we are with the facilities, with the amenities, and with Iloilo City's strategic location, we are very ideal to become a next destination for MICE after Manila, Cebu, and Davao.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Mayor. I'm Leonard from PIA. Currently, there's the ongoing forum on disaster management officials forum. How do you think the policies that will be discussed in the forum impact the city?
Right now, climate change is real. And as a matter of fact, the Philippines, starting next month, October, is particularly the entire island of Panay and including Iloilo City specifically, shall be facing El Nino or a drought of about 6 months. With this, we really have to prepare. So there are some best practices that we could learn from what is going to be discussed and the policies that is going to make so that we shall be more prepared. We could be able to mitigate and be able to adapt to climate change. One thing with Iloilo, we are in the direct path of frequent weather disturbances. And when it hits, we belong to the island of Visayas region. And everybody knows that if it hits the Visayas, the climate or the typhoons are even stronger, and not only stronger but may also be destructive. So these policies should include everybody, including especially that the Philippines, being part of the Asia Pacific, is one of the most economies that has been most affected by typhoons and weather disturbances.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Cindy from Philippines News Agency, Iloilo. My question is still in line with the 9th Senior Disaster Management Officials Forum. Sir, can you tell us some of the best practices of Iloilo City in line with the disaster risk reduction that we can showcase or share to our delegates? Thank you.
With Iloilo City, in 2008, we experienced the big flood that is Typhoon Frank. And from there, we have learned from the experience, like within 15 minutes time, water rose to 10 feet and covered almost entire half of the entire city. And this was really an experience that we have learned from. So with this, we first created a floodway that would handle the volume of water that could bring it out from the mountains, direct from the mountains going out to the sea through this floodway program. Second is we have observed that most of the causes of floods in the cities because of man himself throwing garbage anywhere. So we have to do regular cleanups, like every Saturdays. Every Saturdays we do weekly volunteer cleanups. At the same time, one of the biggest challenge was, of course, a clogged river full of informal settlers, and at the same time, there were also about fish cages that impeded the flow of water. So at this time, after that experience, we seriously went into the removal and the relocation of the informal settlers. plus as well as these illegal fish cages. So now we have a free-flowing river that each time that there's heavy rain, within an hour the water would subside because of the clear drainages and waterways, including a structure-free river.
Some more questions? Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm with APEC Media Team, Iloilo. Recently, we have been recognized as the most livable city in 2015. How livable would be Iloilo after the APEC meeting?
Well, we were recognized and acknowledged as the most livable city in 2015. And what we do is we have three pillars of good governance that has brought and made Iloilo City livable. Number one is we have unity that is able to conduct the programs without much hurdles because everybody in the local scene, the local leadership, especially the mayor, the vice mayor, and the congressman, has the support of the national government as well, because in Iloilo it's not difficult to implement whatever programs there are. Of course, that was before the political season. But with the political season, it might be different, but we are trying our best to maintain this kind of momentum that we have started. Second is we do strategic developmental plans. We have a very effective, comprehensive land use plan that we are implementing. It has just been passed in 2012, and as well as our planning office are all planners, as those who are not involved or have not. They are required, our employees in the planning office, to enroll themselves in the urban planning program of the University of the Philippines under a scholarship program. And every Wednesdays, there is a meeting between the city, the legislative branch and executive branch to discuss the plans that have to be made. As a matter of fact, even every department has already made their own SWOT analysis and the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And they have also created their own problem and solution trees for them to be able to address the immediate concerns of our constituents. And third is as what has been manifested with the Iloilo River and the road, the major highway, is that this local leadership that we have has the political will to implement what is morally right rather than what is politically correct in terms of decisions for making Iloilo City livable. So we have a cradle to grave program, meaning that the city government has plans and has a program that would be for the start of from the time that the child is conceived by his or her mother until the time that this person dies. There's a complete social, educational, and even housing program that is already in place, that all they have to do is just to fit into the program of the city government of Iloilo, thus make it livable. So after APEC, with the global strategies that we are going to learn and that are going to be formulated, we as a host city should maintain that same kind of status. We should sustain the programs and we should adopt whatever policies that shall be agreed upon, being a city of a member economy the Philippines in this particular APEC, as a result of the APEC meeting that will be done in this economy.
Some more questions? Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mayor. I'm Sweden Velado from People's Television. Mayor, during the showing of your tourism videos, I noticed that you have indigenous peoples or tribe, weaving, and outside the conference halls of Iloilo Convention Center, your exhibit showcase the artifacts and handmade products of probably the indigenous people. So what are we doing to assist them with their products, and do we have any efforts for their financial literacy?
The city is now into its plans in creating a cultural community for the IPs. As a matter of fact, it is existing in one of the districts here, the district of Haro. We are developing it into a IP community, cultural community, wherein they will be provided with their own cultural houses. We have partnered with the NCIP, the DSWD, and the Commission of Human Rights, and we have tapped the Academe, the University of the Philippines, in the Visayas College of Management to help us with the journal to prepare everything for them. So in this study, we have included again the infrastructure, the road network, including livelihood plus their social acceptance. So once upon a time, they are in the streets, but right now about 60 of them in the city have already been are already living in that particular community. We are just in the process of getting the usufruct of the owners of the property so that the government the local government could put some funds for the necessary infrastructure that is needed. Aside from that, of course, with CHR there, we would like to also have and provide assurance to those beneficiaries that their rights are protected as well, and at the same time, their culture shall be preserved and protected. So it is ongoing, but it is existing. One of these, of course, in giving them due recognition is the very famous Dinagyang Festival, which we hold every fourth Sunday of January, wherein there are choreographed dances that follows and takes into consideration their culture and their heritage. So with this, we hope that Iloilo could be a best practice, could be a model for taking care of its IPs or cultural minorities in this part of the region.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Just a second question. Do we have any figure of how many tourists visited Iloilo last year?
It's a little less than 1 million, so about 900 plus.
And with improved tourism efforts, do we expect more tourists coming to Iloilo? Around how many do you think?
In 2007, when I was still vice mayor, the direction was to really make Iloilo City a premier city by 2015. And of course, parameters were established, and included is the icon or the Iloilo Convention Center. With this, we hope that with what we have been doing, the preservation, restoration of the Calle Real or our heritage zone, the restoration of Casa Grande in Molo, plus the other heritage houses, and of course the promotion of Iloilo City to be a walkable and bikeable city. With this in place, we hope to increase and reach the 3 million mark by 2020.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any more questions? Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mayor. I'm Pia Renata from Rappler. Not related to APEC, but related to the previous question. Because I'm from Manila and we also have many heritage buildings there, Escolta, Manila, Quezon City. What would be your message to local government executives who are not yet convinced that restoring heritage houses is worth all the investment?
In 2014, Iloilo City hosted the Cultural and Heritage Symposium and Forum because with all the restorations and that we have done and preservation of our old and cultural heritage houses and buildings, we shared that the local government did not spend a single centavo on the restoration but tapped the private partner, private sector to do the job, to look for sponsors and at the same time to restore these existing heritage buildings that we have. Iloilo City is very famous of its food, but aside from that, it's only all financial and educational centers that we can offer. And so we realized that we have this very rich and cultural and heritage past that we could turn into a weakness into a strength, from a weakness into a strength, because at that time then these old mansions and these old heritage buildings were not even being, nobody was taking a look at it. But now when we have visitors, this is already part of the circuit, and people do really appreciate and would know where and what the Ilonggos came from. So with this, it becomes part of the circuit where we could already bring our visitors, our tourists, and it became a strength wherein, of course, now there are about 3 days they could have places to see inside the city, and this is of course aside from the other circuits that we have in the entire Iloilo region.
Sir, how did you convince the private sector to invest?
First is we provided with incentives through a city ordinance, so there are tax incentives that are being granted. And at the same time, of course, we call on the sense of ownership of Ilonggos and sense of pride. And third is, of course, we recognize them every August 25 as our partners in helping the city, because we all know that they too are part of the city. When visitors come, they themselves will also benefit from this because of the sales that they would generate from the visitors that would be coming just to see the heritage buildings and culture and sites that we have.
Sir, how much was the tax incentive?
A recognition, like tap on the shoulder or
Yes, sir, how much?
providing.
How much?
No, we don't. We don't give them any. It's just like an award that we provide every time we celebrate our Charter Day celebration.
So
they're
no
invited.
financial incentive?
No. Only tax incentives.
Oh, nga, sir, how much? I mean, ano yun, like, they don't have
Yes.
to pay certain things?
Yes. It's chargeable against the taxes that they can pay, like real property taxes and business taxes.
Okay. Sir, last question. Do you have any figures that correlate how much visitors are generated just because of the heritage houses that were restored by the private sector?
Not at the moment, but I can provide you with one.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Some more questions? If there are none, the mayor will have his final message.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to present Iloilo City's hosting of the APEC ministerial meetings. We hope that we can come up, the meetings could come up with policies that could positively provide transformational change, not only in Iloilo, not only in the Philippines, but all Asia-Pacific member economies that would bring growth and at the same time protect and preserve our environment and whatever big issues that there are, of which is of most concern of the a global concern. So with this, please enjoy your stay. If there's anything that you need, the office or the city, Iloilo City Government is very much willing to provide you with whatever assistance that we can do. Enjoy your stay in Iloilo. And in Iloilo, we always say, I am Iloilo and proud to be Filipino. Thank you and good day to each and everyone.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, everyone.